Welcome to The Good Life, Episode 6, brought to you by New Vision Publishing, Incorporated. It's not what you say, it's what people hear. One of our major missteps in our interactions with others is miscommunication. Communication, by definition, is the imparting or exchanging of information or news. The key here is exchanging. There has to be a back and forth exchange of ideas for true communication to take place. This is what gets lost in our conversations with others. When we feel passionate about a subject or idea, we fall in love with our own words. With each successive sentence, we allow our commitment to the idea or subject to show in our body language and vocal tone. We sometimes allow ourselves to be under the influence of anger when we don't get immediate acceptance of the ideas we are trying to communicate. We bristle at our listener, shouting, "You're not listening to me," or "You never listen to me," all in a futile attempt to get the listener to acquiesce to our point of view. We are so attuned to our own desires that we fail to acknowledge that the object of our attempted communication is at a very different place than we are. This failed attempt at communication is rendered this way because we fail to consider the attitudes, feelings, and preconceptions of our audience. We have now successfully shifted from communication to dictation. Our anxiety and our frustrations increase. Anger and disgust overwhelm us as our desires are not met. And that desire is that our audience did not or will not accept our point of view. A Chinese proverb says, "Of all the tools of death, desire has killed the most." This takes us back to the beginning of our good life discussion, understanding what is in your control and what is not. Another Chinese proverb states, "Do not worry if others do not understand you. Worry if you do not understand them." Learn to listen to your audience, be it of 1 or 1,000. Listen with an ear to understand, not just rebut. Put selfishness aside and work for the good of man, both the individual and the species. If you're unable to effectively communicate your ideas, look first into yourself to see where you might improve as opposed to finding fault with your audience. Also, be wise enough to understand the teachable moment, that period of time when someone is most likely to be receptive to your argument. However, be mindful that it is better to withdraw from a discussion rather than offend. For someone who is offended by your words or actions is less likely to accept what you're presenting to them. Managing our desires is most important in any communicative effort. Is your desire to inform or educate someone? Or is your desire to show how much you know? If the former, do so with humility and love. If the latter, show by the life you live, and then let your actions and your words agree. Above all, learn to be receptive to your audience. The give and take of ideas is helpful to both. And as I close, I am mindful of paying my debt to you. Find enlightenment through heeding many points of view. Find ignorance through heeding few. Thank you for your kind attention. Until next time, continue on the path to the good life.